Here, another day in, I guess, Portland. I am preparing to leave for Canada. So I thought I would celebrate my bon voyage with doo donuts. So I'm going to try them with you on YouTube Live. Thank you to my delivery driver. I didn't get to say thank you because he he ran off. Oh well. Normally this is pizza for pizza and donuts, but what can you do? Can I have pizza at, like early, so whatever. All right, so this is the, I guess, like devil worshipping donut. I don't know why, but I felt like I needed to try these. Um, it's not bad. I like it. It's smoother than I thought it would be. So as always, thank you to my fans for all the support and love in the comments. You guys are amazing. As I move away from whatever fucking energy the West Coast was giving off, I don't know. I mean, I might take time to do different things. YouTube is being so subtle by saying, you're a musician. Why don't you spin some of your music online? Maybe. But I'm here to talk about socialism. I'll, I'll be back. So I'm trying to catch up on the news for Vancouver, where I'm visiting. I say visiting because it doesn't hurt to apply for refugee status because I clearly have proof of being harassed by this nation, America being that nation. But then I do have rights here. I do have rights in my own country. And some of those rights are I have the right to move to a place where I'm not going to be abused. I have a right to challenge this government by saying, you don't have a right to abuse me. But that abuse takes many forms. I have my PTSD, that's very personal to me. But what about the environment? What about smog and pollution? What about the city planning that doesn't involve protecting trees, protecting wildlife, being in a general concert with the living things around you? I wish Portland and I had gotten off on a better foot. I have my PTSD, so half the stuff that I'm dealing with is just me being a traumatized military veteran. It's so beautiful here. This is one of the most beautiful cities I've ever seen. I can say that now that I'm leaving it. But compare this to San Francisco, compare this to Los Angeles. It doesn't even compare. This is the kind of place I want to spend pretty much the rest of my life in. I like this. I just don't like people. Go figure. Go figure. An environmentalist that fucking hates people. But today I was out running around casting magic, and it just felt right. It just felt right to be here. I always feel like cities are way too crowded, towns are way too crowded, but it's not that bad sometimes. Moving to another country, even temporarily, it's going to be a shock to the system because I'm used to being afraid of people. I'm used to always thinking that people are going to abuse me, and I don't devalue my own feelings. My feelings are my own. But I have to temper my feelings, at least in a foreign country, to if I truly have a problem, there are several avenues to take, and sometimes taking a deep breath and evaluating what are my best options, because I tried to walk my dog, and as soon as I get to the door, a woman came at the same exact time, tight spaces, and I, just said, I knew this was going to happen. I just knew it was going to happen. So I just pushed through as fast as I can. And then when I made the turn to go for a longer walk, there was a woman there. And as I said, it was, she's walking her way, I'm walking my way. We don't need to speak to each other. We're strangers. Now, if I even visit, Canada, no, sorry, when I visit, I was like, okay, I'm talking about less than 24 hours. Oh, 24 hours. Hmm. I have to keep in mind that, these are friendly people. I have to keep in mind that I'm a guest. It's more incumbent upon me to be respectful than they have to be because they live there. They earn the right. As much as that hurts me, as much as that hurts me to say that, someone has a right to a land more than another person, when people are clearly hurting, and that's just, it's so unnatural not to move around, not to experience the world. I just don't understand how people can live this way. I lived this way for a long time. I did that way for a long time, but now that oh, by the way, I have to show this off. It's just adorable. It's not even the same as they had in the picture, so this is completely original. It's a completely original one, but I kind of like it. It's different. I'm gonna try some of it because I want some of that cream. Oh, it's weird. They told me there was. Oh, there it is. Mm, okay. I don't know. I'm gonna keep making music. I'm gonna keep being myself, weird. But maybe I might just find some space. Maybe I just might find some peace of mind of it's okay to be a mess, and it's okay to maybe not let down my guard, but temper it with the wisdom that if there is a problem, people will handle it. The right people will handle it. I'm just a guest. I'm just a guest. Try and calm down and realize that I've been stressed for far too long. I've been stressed for far too long. And I've been missing out. I've been missing out on several opportunities in life because of my PTSD, because people just don't behave properly. I put up that video of evidence of Americans just being crazy and attacking people. I don't want to bring that energy whatsoever to this new place. So, goodbye, America. Goodbye, strange West Coast cults. Goodbye to those who have harmed me or had the intention to harm me. Goodbye. Hello there, Golden Freddy. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the revolution. I just did a banishment spell on American capitalism and all the things that I've dealt with. This is a safe space to talk about environmental issues and also public health because they are connected. Somehow we're connected. I'll be right back. Oh, some people eat breakfast. A rock star eats donuts. Fancy donuts. My dog has OCD, and also he is trying to help me with tasks. So he's trying to remind me that I really have to start packing. But I never pack things properly. I just throw them in bags and just go. I mean, I probably could spend time doing it properly, but I just don't want to. I don't want to. Oh well. Well, I think that speaking to an immigration lawyer will give me some clarity as to what my options are. Because my immigration lawyer will lead to a human rights lawyer, and then I can build a better case against the United States for years of torturing, years of polluting, and just being assholes as a country. Now, normally, this is the part where you say the big bad government does this, but no, people do it to each other. If you own a car, you're poisoning yourself. You're poisoning the people around you. Do I use cars? Yeah, obviously. Do I use public transportation? Yeah, obviously. But is there a better way? Yes, there is. So if I can contact a lawyer internationally, that's what I'm going to do, because I want that ability to go from country to country, talking about what options they have, talking about what happens after cars. If you were born in the last 20, 30 years, or even beyond, you've always known cars. You've always known cars. But in the last 20 or 30 years, we had the internet. We had this network of things, and then just look what happens. Yes, somebody had to use a car or some sort of motorbike in order to bring this to me, but I didn't. So that means there's one less car on the road. One less car on the road means there's space. And I'm not talking about the whole eugenics thing of removing people. I'm saying let's protect people. Let's take people away from these mundane things. Yes, it's a job for someone, but that job is going to be obsolete because people are going to realize that as much as it might be nice for the guy to say good morning and have a nice day to me, I don't want that over my food being delivered safely. I mean, the box itself is still the way that it was when, it was like maybe the 1920s or 30s. It's just a flimsy box. It's like, no, no, no. I literally want my food to leave the restaurant shipped in a sort of metal airtight container and then travel to me. So basically, I want a robot courier system. And I think people want that too, if they were being honest. Prices might go up for like half a second, but then the prices would plummet because then you would realize that it's cheaper, it's just easier. And then the people who would say good morning and all that, that would be replaced by a virtual AI who would say the same exact thing. Your brain wouldn't even fucking register it as a difference. I barely registered that he said good morning to me, and I feel slightly bad, But he ran away so fucking quickly to his next gig that I couldn't say it back. Oh well, I'll be right. I don't know. That was strange. When jobs become obsolete, we usually think of that puts people out of work. But is that the worst thing in the world? What if there was an umbrella for these people? What if there were umbrellas for people who are going to be displaced by AI, by robots, by just facts of life? I started building a petition for universal income, mostly because When you lose a job, it should be the end of the world, but sometimes it's the beginning of something else. I was supposed to be some job in the military, but that didn't work out. Even with my PTSD, I'm a full-time musician and I'm a podcaster and I'm a humanitarian. Despite my many diatribes on people who annoy me, I try and champion their cause, try and uplift them out of, whatever's going on. The system is broken. So what happens next? Whatever you want it to happen. Whatever you want to happen. A universal income would give people the option to find new ways to express themselves, new things that they can discover about themselves, or just discover that they don't want to work anymore. Just discover that working on yourself is also a job. It's also a job. Taking care of yourself, meditating, removing stress from your life, laughing, having a good time with your family, that's a job. You don't think it pays because you don't see the money, but you see the value, you see the health. Losing a job could be the best thing that ever happened to you. So, yes, let's move forward. Let's move past this, I don't know, loop that we're in. Loop of car, 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 truck, 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 smog and pollution, and then people wonder why they just don't feel well. I care about the health of my nation, so I'm trying hard not to stay for them because this has to be an international issue. I need countries of the world to want to be better. I want countries of the world to care about their people again and not just send ambassadors across the globe, but never talk about energy policies, never talk about solar energy, never talk about rebuilding their grids. You can choose how you rebuild it. You can rebuild it so it has more of an ergonomic, natural feel. Something to think about. Either way, this has been Pizza and Socialism. I'm your host, Ian Iliona. I am excited. I will try. I will try and finish packing, and then I may or may not be in a different country. But as I said, I will document the whole entire experience, the parts obviously that I legally can. And then I will present it to you too, because I want this to be a testament to all my people, all my environmentalists who said, I'm sick of fighting this fight. And I feel like I get no support. I feel like I'm alone in this. I feel like I'm alone in this fight. I'm alone in this fight. But then you just travel to another country and you see that they do things maybe a little bit differently. They're guilty of the same exact egregious environmental offenses. Canada is not innocent when it comes to environmental issues at all. It just so happens that it's so fucking cold. You had to let trees win. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with you had to let trees win, as opposed to America where trees weren't really an obstacle. So you chop them all down and put down your fucking parking lots. But Canada, oh, Canada, if you really, if you really care, you would learn the value of your land again. You would learn the value of building sustainable outdoor spaces for people, encouraging people to come out of their homes and rejoin the community and experience the beauty and natural wonder. And I'm sure that some of them do, but when I have to read about, some of the issues that you have in there, I just say, "Well, maybe it's because you don't get to experience that often. You have all these things that pull you inside: TV, stress, just exhaustion. I don't know. I mean, technically, I'm supposed to be there for humanitarian reasons only, but I'll see if I can do an open mic in Canada. I mean, I've never performed in another country before, so I mean, it would have to be super, super secret though. So I can trust you, right? I'm a mutant, I'm a werewolf, and I hope to see you on the next podcast.